Welcome back to the channel. We got something really exciting happening today. Something cool just came in the mail, and I am really thrilled to get it open. This is the Star Wars Vintage Collection Bantha with Tusken Raider. Now, this is VS Toys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Vincent. I collect toys. I play with toys. I open toys. I review toys. I customize toys. I display them. I share them with my kids. I do everything with toys. I go to bed thinking of toys. I dream about them, and then I wake up thinking about toys, and I'm just passionate about this stuff, and I'm really happy that there are so many people out there that have the same hobbies and enjoy watching this stuff because I'm up to around 250 subscribers, which is a lot for me. I'm really excited that people are interested in what I have to say and what I'm showing off, and hopefully we'll continue to grow. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing and all of that good stuff. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. So please, if you want to leave a comment, if you want to share your channel, let me know what you have, if you have one, and I would love to view all of your stuff as well. So let's get down to things. Let's take a look at the box. It is pretty big. It's a lot bigger than the other beasts that I've picked up lately. Most of those come in these smaller packaging, kind of like the Howler here. But this guy is huge, as it should be. This is one of those classic uh, animals, beasts that we never got back in the vintage or the classic line, the vintage line. We did get Power of the Force and some other ones. I don't have any of those, so I can't do any comparisons today, unfortunately. I've always meant to track one down, especially once I started getting more into it. I've always been into Jabba the Hutt, and I've been expanding more into the Cantina and other stuff on Tatooine. So it's exciting to have this because I don't have to go buy an old one. I picked up the new one. This was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I think they're sold out on the site, but they're available at the parks if you want to go to one of the Disney parks. Plenty they're showing up there. They showed up there before Hasbro even shipped anything out. Now, a lot of people got an email saying these weren't going to ship till December, but then they ended up shipping out anyway here in September. So if you're lucky like me, you got yours, I guess, early, but really it's on time. Anyways, let's check out the packaging. Now, as I was saying, the box is really big. It's got a lot of nice artwork. Really cool photo here of a few Tuskens with the Bantha. The bottom here, we've got it's awesome. Almost looks like a photograph of like from the movie. It's just so well done. Same picture on the other side, but this side you get this really cool call out here of what's included: the Bantha, the gaffy stick, the gun, and the Tusken. Looks amazing. Apparently the saddle comes off as well, so we'll take a look at that. Here you can see some other nice photos. I really love the use. I mean, this is really popular in packaging these days, these rounded edges. So I think everyone's doing that. Even at my work, I'm designing boxes with that type of look. Here, I mean, they're really focusing a lot on the Tusken Raider, which is pretty cool. I mean, the Bantha is kind of more of a quiet character that's just kind of in the background. So it's kind of funny that they're focusing so much on him. The mouth is where I'm excited because he's got a really cool articulated jaw that I can't wait to look at. Look at that ugly mouth. I love it. It is pretty cool. Now, of course, when something like this comes out that is exclusive and hard to find, and also an army builder, let me just show you guys. Yeah, I got a second one, and I know it's a lot, but they're sold out, and I knew I was going to want more than one, and just going to open up one today, and we'll take a look. Now, I don't have a ton of space here that I'm working with, but I'll try to show you guys the unboxing experience. Open it up. Of course, you have these little sheets of paper that they have in all of these boxes, and he kind of slides out just like this. Ooh, so that was hard to get out, but yeah, he's in there pretty tight. The only thing harder getting out was the Star Speeder. That thing was packed in that box really tight, but this one's not too bad. So he comes out of the box like this in the nice tray. It's a really cool tray. It's got the Tusken unpunched, beautiful looking card. I love that photo with the Bantha. Yeah, the Bantha mouth always fascinates me. It's so weird looking. Yeah, so this is VC380. You can see it's a unique. I mean, it's probably reused from the multi pack. But yeah, it looks amazing on the card. And here is the star of the show. The reason we bought this, the Bantha. Look at him in there. Let's get him open. Let's get my boy out of here. This is awesome. I mean, it feels like a taxidermied animal. It's so weird. The fur. I'm not used to this on a Star Wars toy. And here he is. Now, in case anyone's wondering, the bag is not sealed, so it is open. You can open him up, put him back in if you want. I mean, if that's what you choose to do. Now, his fur is all matted down. I mean, it is looking pretty funny. So let's fix that up a bit. So here we are. I'm just fixing the fur up a bit on his face, and you can see he does have a fully sculpted face under the hair here. He's got his eyeballs. Uh, Pretty nice looking. The nose, the mouth, everything like that. Now he's got this little mustache here. Mine is sticking up. I gotta figure out a way to get that down because it looks a little bit weird. There we go. And he's just looking pretty cool. Look at this guy. Now, this guy definitely could have come with a little plastic brush like those Barbie dolls used to. I don't know if they still do. My daughter's not into Barbie much anymore, but yeah, they used to. Now, articulation wise, he has these swivels at the hips. Now, I was surprised here. The legs are fully covered in fur. Now, it's a shorter fur, but yeah, they're fully covered in fur. There's no plastic except for the feet, which I heard someone point out they are. It's like elephant feet because the original Bantha was an elephant in a costume, and they kept the elephant feet looking pretty cool. Now they are ball jointed, which is pretty cool on the feet themselves. I think someone said they're rockers. Yeah, they are rocker ankles, which is pretty cool. And other than that, for articulation, the horns move a little bit. I don't know if that is on purpose or just a feature that was included just because it's easier to put it together that way. And the tail does go up and down. Now the tail might be bendy. I can't really tell, but you can definitely feel that there is a sculpted tail in there, like a big rat tail type thing, and it moves here at his butt, which is pretty cool. Now, before I go further, I want to show his mouth. That is what I was excited to see. I remember when Boba Fett and the other guys were cleaning the teeth on the Bantha, I was just enthralled by how weird and cool that looked. These giant human-looking teeth, these molars and stuff. And yeah, this guy, the jaw opens up nicely and closes, and wow, that is impressive. Look at that. There's not much paint in the mouth. The teeth are separate pieces of this ivory plastic rather than so they're kind of sticking out of the gums. It looks pretty real. If they had some nice paint on there, it would look very realistic. Now the saddle does come off. I don't want to mess with that. I have bad luck with stuff like this, these little plastic pegs. I'm never going to get it back on the right way. But you could, if you want to have a wild bantha or have one that just looks different than the rest, you could take the saddle off. It is a big chunk of plastic. It looks huge. It looks like you could fit a 6-inch figure on the back of this guy. I mean, you'd be a bit undersized, but you could fit one on there. It is nice. It's got these separate sculpted pieces for these bags, different sacks. It could use some more of a paint wash, but it does have some paint detail on it. Just one thing I noticed that this thing does shed a little bit. See some hair chunks coming off, but I guess that's to be expected. Now back to this guy. I think I'm going to get him opened up. I'm not going to wait around. I'm not going to keep him on card. What's the point? Got a second one in the other Bantha box if I want that. This is exciting. And here he is out of the package, and I gotta say, he's looking pretty cool. Now, he's very similar to the ones you get in the multi-pack, which I do not have handy, unfortunately. I put them away somewhere safe, and of course, I don't know where that box is. All of my guys, in those little white boxes, the army builders, I have put somewhere safe. I gotta find them. But anyway, this guy's pretty cool. He's got all the articulation you'd want, and because of the lack of robes and the slit down the side here, you can get him on the Bantha pretty nicely, I would imagine. We'll see in a second. He's got his gun and his gaffy stick, and yeah, he moves around nice. He does not have ball jointed wrists. Everything else pretty much ball joint, except for the wrists, unfortunately. But they do have a nice swivel on them, which is not too bad. But yeah, this guy looks cool. I like the paint on here, like this beigey color rather than all the brown. So I think he will stand out when you have him on your shelf mixed with the other dudes. Let's get him on the Bantha. Now he fits on there nicely, but yeah, you do have to make his legs get pretty wide to get on there. It is a huge beast, but he does fit on there, and you can have him sitting. I guess he would kind of put his legs forward rather than to the side. But yeah, you can kind of wedge him on there. Thought I'd put him on the streets of Mos Eisley, even though I know they don't really go into the city, but nice little backdrop. Yeah, he fits on there nice. Now I forgot to mention he does move at the neck, just slightly at the neck. But yeah, I mean this guy. Sorry about all the junk on the side there. This guy fits on there. It's a cool looking figure. I highly recommend it. I mean, especially if you don't have a a Tusken and a Bantha, you can definitely pick this guy up. But also, if you have the old Bantha, you might want to get this new one. It is a really nice upgrade from what I am seeing online of all the videos and pictures of the old one. I think this guy's really nice. Let's compare him to some other beasts. Here he is with the Blurg. You can see the size difference. The Blurg is pretty tiny. And if you want to see what it's like with the Howler, the Blurg out of the way, you got the Howler, pretty big, but yeah, they fit together nice. I think they look good together, even though the fur is a little weird compared, like the actual fur compared to sculpted, so it makes it kind of stand out a little bit, but they all go really nice, really well together, I think. And just for fun, here is Cosmo the dog from Marvel. But yeah, the scale is great. He looks huge, massive, but not menacing because he seems like a sweetheart. And of course, you can also compare the size to the Ronto, which is pretty tall. Not as big, but quite a bit taller. Ronto's a great character. I don't think they're ever going to do another Ronto. So grab this Power of the Force 2-1 if you can. Really nice character. And we're also going to compare him to another Power of the Force 2 classic here, the Dewback. I think these two really go well together. I think a lot of people were hoping for a new Dewback, but instead we got the Bantha. So I think they look nicely. They look nice together. Pretty cool. Nice size comparison. And of course, once you have your Bantha or two Banthas or three, you're going to want some more Tuskens. Now, I would recommend picking up the the Tusken 4-pack that I mentioned in the white box. Pretty decently priced. I think it might still be on Amazon. I don't think it's on Pulse anymore, but you definitely can find it at toy shows or toy stores or something if you have any specialty stores near you. Check it out because it is a nice set. And then, of course, you've got the Tusken Warrior with the massive dog here, which is really cool. Now she's more of a unique character, so I don't know if you want to army build her, but you could still kind of maybe swap parts around and make some unique Tuskens. And the best thing about this is that it's pretty cheap. Like on Amazon Canada, $17 down from like 40 or whatever it was when it first came out. So it's a great way to army build a few of these creatures and add to your world, your Bantha clan here. So overall, I gotta say I love this thing. I highly recommend it. I think it is a great creature, a great upgrade to the old ones, from what I can tell. Nicely articulated, a lot of fun, different textures and materials to kind of pop out on your shelf. If you have room, maybe get two. Have them, not side by side, but going in a single file line to hide their tracks, as we know they like to do. And this is a great figure too. It's really nice to get an extra Tusken. It's an army builder, so just keep building on that army. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate all the views, as I said. Um, and really, I want to thank everyone for watching, for subscribing, and for everything like that. Made some good friends on here and on TikTok as well, on YouTube and TikTok. And yeah, it's a great community, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much, everyone.
And always remember, keep your teeth clean like a bantha.